Hey there, Sam. Yeah, I'm talking to you. How do you usually kick off your mornings? Do you find yourself grabbing your phone right away, getting lost in endless scrolling before your mind even has a moment to wake up? If that sounds familiar, listen up because you're giving away your power before the day even starts. A lot of folks wake up and immediately dive for their screens. Their thoughts get hijacked by notifications, social media updates, news alerts, and all the noise from the outside world. From the very first moment of the day, they surrender their emotional, mental, and spiritual control. Now, compare that to the 1% of people who start their mornings with clear intention. No scrolling, no rushing, no reacting, just silence, being present and gaining clarity from within. They don't wake up into chaos. Instead, they wake up ready to take charge. They own the morning, and because of that, they own the day. Marcus Aurelius once said, "When you get up in the morning, think about how precious it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to appreciate, to love." But why do so few people live like this? Because most forget that the morning is your kingdom. It's your sacred space to rule or surrender. Those who surrender it to noise, emotion, and chaos end up chasing their day instead of leading it. But the ones who command their mornings guide their emotions, their choices, and eventually, their entire life. This video is your call to join that 1%. Not because you're better than anyone else, but because you're finally tired of settling for less than what you're truly capable of. The ancient Stoics didn't just get through their days, they prepared for them. They didn't wait for motivation to strike the created momentum. They didn't ask, "What will today give me?" Instead, they asked, "What can I give to today?" Today, I want to share 7 Stoic morning secrets that very few people use, but those who do gain complete control over their lives. These aren't your typical morning routine tips. No fluff, no quick hacks. These are deep-rooted principleless mental, emotional, and spiritual values based on Stoicism that make your morning sacred, your actions deliberate, and your life unstoppable. Stick with me because each of these points connects and builds on the last. Each one will wake you up in a different way, and by the end, you'll see why your morning isn't just a part of your day. It's actually the foundation of your freedom. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I control my morning. I control my life. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and if you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Let's dive in. Number 1. Wake up with discipline, not motivation. Most folks wait for motivation to hit before they take action early in the morning. They think, if I feel like it, I'll get up early, or if I'm in the mood, I'll work out, meditate, or plan my day. But the Stoic doesn't rely on feelings. They act regardless of how they feel. Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations that at dawn, when getting out of bed is tough, you should remind yourself, "I have to go to work as a human being." That might sound simple, but it holds a profound truth. Our purpose isn't to sleep through life, it's to engage fully with it. The first secret of the 1% is waking up driven by discipline, not mood. That means no arguing with yourself, no bargaining with the alarm clock, just getting up. No drama, no excuses. And here's why that first decision matters so much. Every morning vote you cast is a vote for the person you're becoming. Hitting snooze is like voting for your weaker self. Getting up on time is affirming your strength. It's not just about waking up, it's about living out your identity. Living in alignment with your core self. That's what true Stoicism is about. It's not about feeling disciplined. It's about acting disciplined, especially when you don't want to. That builds inner strength over time. Eventually, your mind becomes stronger than your moods, your body obeys your commands, and your energy follows your will. Even on days when you're tired, anxious, or unmotivated, you get up because you said you would. That builds trust in yourself, and when you trust yourself, your power multiplies. So, how do you get started? Set a consistent wake-up time and guard it fiercely as if your life depends on it. Don't press snooze, not even once. When your alarm rings, stand immediately. This signals to your body, "We're moving now." Then say something powerful out loud, something like, "Let's go. The day is mine." If you can silence that soft voice telling you to stay in bed at 5 a.m., you can conquer anything. Walking into the world already having won that small internal battle makes a huge difference. Your mornings don't need to be elaborate. They just need to be steady. Remember, you don't get up because you feel like it. You get up because that's who you are. Drop this affirmation in the comments. Discipline is my alarm clock. Number 2, win the first hour in silence. When you wake up, who's really calling the shots? Is it you or your phone, notifications? Someone else's chaos? Most people turn over, open their phones, and let the outside world immediately in. Even before their feet hit the floor, their minds are already scrolling, comparing, reacting. And just like that, they've lost control of their day. But the most grounded folks start differently. They begin their day in silence. No music, no messages, no interruptions, just quiet. Epictetus once said, "If you want to improve, be content to appear foolish and stupid in the eyes of those who value external things." Don't be afraid if silence feels awkward or if it makes you feel like you're falling behind. That silence at stillness where your true power lies. Your mind is most flexible in the morning. It's open and soft. Whatever you feed it right after waking sets the tone for the entire day. If the first thing you feed your mind is chaos, guess what? Your day will be chaotic too. But if you give yourself just 10 minutes of calm, you let your brain breathe, reset, and focus. Most grounded people sit up in bed, close their eyes, feel their breath, and listen to their thoughts. But they don't chase those thoughts. Instead, they ask simple yet powerful questions. What energy do I want to carry today? And what would the best version of me do this morning? This is what the Stoics called prohercesir, inner freedom, capacity to choose your response regardless of external circumstances. Try it tomorrow morning. Before grabbing your phone, just sit still. Do nothing but be with yourself. Over time, you'll notice you react less, stay calmer, and become more creative. Even when life gets hectic later in the day, you'll handle it like a calm storm because your morning wasn't stolen. It was owned. Silence isn't emptiness. It's a space for clarity, answers, and strength. And real clarity doesn't come from noise, it comes from within. Drop this in the comments if you're serious about protecting your peace. Silence gives me control. Number 3, face the day before it begins. Let's be real, life rarely goes as planned. You might have your schedule, your mindset, and your goals all lined up, and then bam, a curveball hits. Someone says something stupid, plans fall apart, traffic jams, or an email throws you off. Most people let these moments ruin their entire day. But the Stoics, they expect it, not because they're negative, but because they're prepared. There's an ancient Stoic exercise called premeditatio malorum, the premeditation of evils. It sounds dark, but it's not about negativity. It's about mentally rehearsing potential challenges so they aren't surprises. Seneca once said, "He who has perceived the coming evil beforehand has robbed it of its power." If you anticipate difficulty, it won't knock you over when it arrives. You'll handle it as if you've already gone through it once. The most grounded people don't just go through their day, they preview it. They picture what could go wrong, not in an anxious spiral, but calmly and clearly. Maybe someone will interrupt me. Maybe I'll get impatient in traffic. Maybe someone will misunderstand my words. Maybe I'll feel tired or insecure. And then they ask themselves, how will I respond? Building this mental muscle before the day begins is like practicing for the workout. A simple exercise. Right after your silent morning session, ask yourself, what might challenge me today? What emotion might I need to keep in check? And how would the best version of me respond in that moment? You can jot this down or run through it in your mind. Either way, it's powerful because when life throws those challenges, you're already prepared. You don't freeze or react impulsively. You've rehearsed your response. You're responding with wisdom, not reacting out of emotion. That's the core of Stoicism. It's not about controlling everything outside, it's about mastering yourself within. This mindset grants you a calmness that almost feels unfair to others. You walk into meetings centered, handle delays without rage, and hear criticism without crumbling. Your strength isn't in perfection or fake positivity, it's in preparation. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I prepare. I don't panic. Number 4. Anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. Every leader, warrior, and philosopher has a core principle or truth they return to each morning. A reminder of who they are, what they stand for. The average person wakes up forgetting who they want to be. The Stoic, they wake and remember. Marcus Aurelius kept a personal practice of writing in his meditations, not to impress others but to stay grounded. His writings were daily reminders on how to live with strength and calm. You can do the same. Your power lies in understanding that your mind is ultimately yours to control, not outside events. Recognize this and you'll find strength. This is your morning anchor, a truth you reaffirm every day before the world tries to distract you. Here's why this matters. Every morning, your sense of self is fragile. Before notifications, opinions, or pressures come at you, you need to remind yourself of who you are, or the world will decide for you. People who move through life with clarity use a simple tool. They create or choose a morning mantra, something rooted in Stoic philosophy, and repeat it daily. It's not just motivational fluff, it's foundational. It's what keeps you centered. Some powerful examples. I don't control what happens, only how I respond. This day is a gift, I won't waste it on distraction. Or most of all, I am here to live in truth. You don't need 100 affirmations. Just one core truth that guides you. Repeat it aloud, write it down, and let it steer your day. If you wake up anxious or lost, it's usually because your mind hasn't been anchored. When you start with clarity, that clarity becomes a fuel, propelling you into the day with purpose and alignment. Try this tomorrow morning. Upon waking, sit quietly and repeat your chosen Stoic truth 5 or more times. Speak it with power, let it echo inside you. Don't just say it, become it. Over time, this becomes your mental armor, your shield when life gets rough. And on those tough days, that one reminder will bring you back to your strength. Drop this in the comments. I anchor my mind in truth. Number 5. Master your mind before the world gets a hold of it. The first hour after waking is when your mind is most impressionable. So, ask yourself, who's getting access first? For most people, it's strangers online, the news outlets, the gossip, the opinions that make them feel small. But Seneca knew that a person is as unhappy as they convince themselves they are. Instead of letting the outside shape them, the wise start early in the morning by shaping their own minds. This is where Stoic reflection or journaling becomes a powerful tool. Here's how. Right after your silence and morning anchoring, take just 5 to 10 minutes to write down what you're feeling, what you need to let go of, what you're grateful for, and what virtue you want to practice today: patience, courage, discipline. You don't need to write a novel, just a few honest lines. This creates a private space where your thoughts and your truth meet. It's a reminder. I have authority over how I think. I don't need to carry yesterday's baggage into today. I don't have to match the chaos around me. I can choose my own. After even a few days of this practice, you'll notice your mind sharpens. You catch your triggers faster. You react less emotionally, and you notice when anxiety creeps in. You start choosing wiser thoughts more quickly. That's how Stoics build mental muscle, not by suppressing emotions, but by examining, understanding, and replacing them with better insights. This is why the top 1% don't just wake up early, they use the morning for the real work, mastering their inner world. If you don't command your mind, life will do it for you, often against your favor. Remember, you're not born to be a slave to your triggers, moods, or impulses. You're born to lead your mind with clarity, patience, and discipline, like a king leading his kingdom. Leverage those first moments of the day to claim your crown. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I lead my mind before the world can. Number 6. Move your body to activate your mind. A Stoic understands that the body and mind aren't separate, they're partners. If your body is sluggish, your mind will follow suit. If the body is alert and strong, your mind will rise to meet it. That's why the sharpest people start their mornings with movement. not to show off or get ripped, but because motion is a form of self-respect. Marcus Aurelius asked himself, is this what I was made for? To hide under blankets and stay warm. It wasn't about judgment, it was a call to action. The message was clear. Your body was built to move, to face the day with power, not laziness. You don't need a 2-hour workout, what you really need is momentum. Motion signals your brain that we're not here to stay comfortable. We're here to lead. Why is movement so effective in the morning? Because it floods your system with blood, awakens your heart, boosts your energy, clears the fog, and makes the weak part of you that wanted to stay in bed start to die off. The Stoics held physical exertion as a way to train the willpower. Epictetus taught that discipline over the body trains discipline over the soul. Even simple acts like push-ups, stretches, or cold showers aren't about fitness, they're about command. Each movement is a statement. I do hard things even when I don't feel like it. That's leadership. That's mastery. Most people never train their will, they train comfort instead. They strengthen softness. And then they wonder why life feels fragile. Here's a challenge. Every morning, move for just 10 minutes. Do some stretches, a few push-ups, jumping jacks, walk in silence, or take a cold shower. It doesn't need to be intense, just purposeful. Your body isn't a side note. It's your vehicle of discipline. When you start your day this way, you go into everything else feeling unstoppable, like you already conquered something. Drop this affirmation in the comments. I move with discipline. I conquer my day. Number 7, rehearse who you want to be. The last secret of the 1% isn't just about what they do, it's about who they become. Every morning, before facing the world, they do a kind of mental rehearsal, visualizing the person they want to be. This isn't fake acting, it's living intentionally. The Stoics called it living in accord with nature, which means aligning your actions with your highest values and reason. Seneca said, it's not that we don't have enough time to live, but that we waste much of it. Wasting time isn't just scrolling or binge-watching. It's living without purpose, reacting instead of choosing, being pulled along instead of leading. So what do the top 1% do before their day truly begins? They ask themselves, how would the best version of me act today? If someone filmed me all day, would I be proud of how I handled my words, emotions, and actions? Where do I need to grow stronger? And how can I face those challenges? This is mental rehearsal, not predicting every step, but training your identity. Visualize yourself walking into your day calm, composed, confident. Visualize responding with patience in tough moments, speaking with clarity, moving with purpose. It's like rehearsing for a performance. I want to walk on stage already knowing your lines. Here's why this matters. Most people just go with the flow, they get swept up in whatever energy is around them. The Stoic creates their own energy. They step into chaos and stay still. They meet anger with strength, fear with action. They don't fake it, they train it every morning. Over time, they become that person Somion who shows up powerful, calm under pressure, and true to themselves. You don't just have good mornings, you build a great life. People often think mornings are nothing, but they're everything. How you wake up shapes your mood, your momentum, your purpose. If you don't own your mornings, someone else will do it for you. If you don't command your thoughts early, chaos will. If you fail to discipline yourself before the sun comes up, life will do it for you, and it won't be kind. The Stoics weren't just philosophers, they were warriors of the mind. They practiced intentional routines, daily reminding themselves of what matters, who they want to be, and how to carry themselves, no matter what life throws at them. Let's quickly review the 7 morning secrets of the top 1%. 1. Wake up with discipline, not motivation. 2. Win the first hour in silence. 3. Face the day before it begins. 4. Anchor yourself with a Stoic morning reminder. 5. Master your mind before the chaos starts. 6. Move your body to activate your mind. 7. Rehearse the person you want to become. These aren't tricks, they are tools for transformation. Start small, but start today. Even one change to your morning routine can redirect your life. You don't need perfection, just waking up truly present to your values, actions, and purpose is enough. Make this your last day waking up like everyone else. Make tomorrow the first day of waking up like the 1%. Like this video, comment your favorite truth, share with someone who needs it, and if you're new here, hit subscribe. More Stoic wisdom is coming your way. And drop this in the comments. I wake up like the 1%. I lead my life with Stoic power.